blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, thus is Reverend Moses or say Yao Sakodie of TRC, Ghana, coming to you this 12th of August 2023, Saturday, the last day, with a continuation of our expose, testimony, New World Disorder. We are now in Ghana, and this is the introductory expose to our continuation of the exposés in Ghana. I mean, continuation of the exposés in America. So we are here in Ghana to continue the exposés which we have been receiving in America, and these are the introductory exposés. What we received before this was not numbered. This one is what to do. We are doing that. God is making us do that on purpose to set that as a stage for the continuation of our exposés, so we know where we continue the exposés when we got to Ghana. So this is going to be what to do. Beginning this very week, I mean next week, probably next week, as from other week begins on Sunday, Monday, we shall begin the continuation of the exposés with the usual numbering of the exposés. So these are the introductory aspects of the exposés since we arrived in the land of Ghana. We are welcome to the blessed land of Ghana. Before we go into what to do, we would want to reiterate one more time that we are in Ghana by the grace of God. God took us from the White House and from America, the state of Maryland, to Ghana on the 27th of July 2023. We have been in Ghana for almost 2 weeks now, but because of the terrorism, efforts, wickedness by the government of Nana Addo Akufo, the Joe Biden's administration, stakes within the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon and his terror network, as usual. They have activated their terror networks in Dorinya to advance their willful, shameless crime covering, and God has been watching closely. They have succeeded in preventing us coming out with any expose since we came to Ghana, but they didn't know that all things work together for good. God was using their terror, their persecution, their doomsaw, electrical power cut, their sabotage of our data and stuff. God was using that time to get us prepared. By the grace of God, we see the flags back on. We see the scepters, the original scepter. We have it in our hands one more time. We would very soon see the pictures of the saints of our blessed people of Ghana, many of whom have been killed through these 17 years of terrorism by the cowardly secret killers, 2 decades of terrorism in worship of this extremely dangerous US undercover agent. We will see the pictures of the saints, precious people of Ghana that have been killed in secrecy in this struggle. So gradually we are taking shape. God is lifting us up in Ghana, so we must be still. God bless you for being there and not fainting, not giving up. Humanity and the nations of the world, we would also want to say to my noble families in Ghana that the whole world is confronted with this challenge of almost 2 decades of the killing of innocent Ghanaians, including some of our own family members, in worship of this extremely dangerous US undercover agent. And the moment for God to ensure total justice is here on the behalf of Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world, our precious families. So we want to announce that God is not ignorant. We know, we are very much aware as to how some of the family members have betrayed the family and betrayed precious blood of the family in worship, in connivance with the worship of this extremely dangerous US undercover for your political interest and have betrayed our blood or the blood of the family for money. God is aware and has been dealing with the issue so tactically. But God wants us to understand that He is not affirming, approving such betrayal of the family. God is aware, and He wants the United Nations to understand, get it clear, well and good. The U.S. Justice Department, the Biden Akufo government, that they cannot continue to make a fool of, take the precious blood of the people of my family in Ghana for granted. God has been watching them for all these years, we have returned to Ghana, and they have shamelessly continued to buy some of the members of the family members, and they have done it to the ugly extent. God was being very tactical and tactful in dealing with the issue, but the issue is U.S. government, you would come for your bribe money. United Nations, you would openly apologize for willfully colluding with forces within America and Ghana to perpetrate terrorism of killing innocent Africans. United Nations, you would have to have the courage to openly apologize to humanity for what you have done to the African people. This is very, very shameful and unprecedented in the human history. We would not mince words on this, because what you have done to my family, United Kingdom is still, South Africa is still, you get to understand all this as we go on. But this extremely dangerous US undercover agent shall pay for what she has done. God has given her enough time. Joe Biden, Akufo, and all of them. We came to Ghana, and God made us to do everything we could for the peace of the nation Ghana, for the oneness and the unity. Some of the terrorists, Kawasiki, we have to extend fraternity, a hand of love to them. Yet, the new terrorists know not to shed the blood of Ghanaians in secrecy for their love of money. So let's go to what the Lord is saying concerning the 17 years of cowardly secret terrorism. Initially, it was the killing of innocent Muslims under the war on terror. On the nations of the world, they were killing innocent Muslims. God, by the African, resisted them, condemned them, battled with them at the White House and on the Facebook and on YouTube. God triumphed over them. The killing of innocent Muslims under the guise of war on terror subsided. And then they switched it to the killing of my people of Ghana, killing of innocent Christians, killing of my reverend minister, killing of my family members, and they using bribery shamelessly here and there to cover up the killing of our people. They did not end their killing on the killing of Christians. They switched it to the killing of Jews by killing the first innocent Jew before the Jew would be born into the world. God says He remembers that the killing of 6 million Jews began with the first killing of a Jew. So He had taken over. He will not take it anymore. He will fight on the behalf of humanity and the nations of the world. Whether you are, no matter who you are involved here. We can't have hate crimes of the killing of innocent people based on religious hatred, racial hatred, tribal hatred. As has been done in this 17 years of terrorism against the killing of the Ghanaian people and the African people. So this is what the Lord is saying. What to do? What to do in the face of this evil that has been perpetrated for 20 years in worship of this extremely dangerous US undercover agent with the shameless crimes and the cover-up thereof being done at the expense of the blood of Kofi Annan himself, the Secretary General, which the cover-up is the United Nations have been covering up the evil in the interest of the US government, aiding their hegemonic agenda nonsense at the expense of human blood. What do we do in the face of this? When the Justice Department, US Justice, has inverted the law to approve and to endorse hate crime, what do we do? When the Congress is paying a blind eye to terrorism sponsored by the state, what do we do? When the Senate is mute about 20 years of terrorism, of hate crimes against the African, what do we do? When you have parliamentarians sitting and making noise of yeah, putting up superficial hypocritical love for Ghana, while at the same time colluding with foreign forces to cover up the killing of Ghanaians. What do we do? When we have some parliamentarians having betrayed the state to such a degree, what do we do? When we have some ministers, government officials, Flagstaff House, justices, Enim Yabua, I'm talking to you. What a shame. What do we do in the face of this? We cannot trust man anymore. We can't trust human being anymore. That is what we need to do. We have been let down by the United Nations, let down by the Justice Department, let down by those who are supposed to be there for us, the World Health Organization. What do we do? What to do is Psalm 118. Verse 9. Psalm 118 verse 9. I read to us. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. The princes here, put their presidents, put there some diplomats, put there some president, put them some parliamentarians, put them some Supreme Court justices, put that there. Put there some senators, the princes, put there some congressmen and congresswomen, put there some politicians of Washington, D.C., put it there. Put there some politicians of the government of Nana Addo, put it there. Don't trust them because they cannot be trusted. It is better to put trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. If he is your family member, if he is the head of your family, if he's your reverend minister, he's your imam, he's your rabbi, and he's betraying the faith, betraying the family, betraying the academic institution, being the head of the academic institution, why should you continue trusting him or her? He's the assemblyman, he's the community head, and he's betraying the land and the people. He's the president and he's betraying the states for money. What? Why should you continue to trust it? The Bible says, don't do it no more. If you are within the United Nations and you have continued this evil 17 years and you have shamelessly paid bribe to cover up the killing of an Africans and to get an African killed, the Bible says I should not trust you anymore because you are not worthy of trust. Europe, this is what we are saying. Asia, this is what we are saying. Australia, Africa, this is what we are saying. Those that are supposed to be there for us have betrayed the human race, and we cannot trust them anymore. But we say we should not trust them unless they prove themselves worthy of trust. They are the same people that are supposed to be there for us. They call themselves congressmen, senators, policemen, Montgomery County Police. They are the same people that. Bible says we should not trust them anymore. Because what? Listen to the reason why. Because all nations are compassed. They have colluded with forces, diplomatic, political, religious, and they are terrorizing the human race. They are inflicting us with global hardships, and they are making the noise of Russia-Ukraine grain deal when they are the same people hindering the deal. Russia, Ukraine agree and let the grain go to Africa. It is being passed under the carpet to Europe too much. Don't do. At the same time, they are the very people who are making sure that the grain never gets to Africa. They are the same people that are advocating for the deal, and they are the same people sabotaging. You don't know how the world works and how wicked and evil the world is. The same people that are responsible for global health care, they are the same people that are colluding with global pharmaceutical industrial complexes to terrorize us medically. They are very many and very powerful. We know that we are helpless at their hands. And yet, this is what God is saying. One, don't trust them. Two, we know that they have gathered against us. When they decide to lock us down, they lock us down. When they decide to put doom, so they put it on Ghanaians. And say from the 1st of July, you shall not have life anymore unless God intervenes by the voice of the African, the Ghanaian at the White House. And there is light in Ghana. Ghana Water Company. The winner is Ghana Water. Let's go on. It is better to put trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. That was the 8, and we'll come down to 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. Then go on to the 10th. Why? Why is it telling you not to put your trust in? Because you know and understand that what the Bible has said that would happen in our time. Jacob's trouble, the terrorism which kind has not been against the human race, we shall see it, and they are working diligently at it. The same people, some of the members of your own government, they are colluding with global forces. Some are in the United Kingdom, some are in Canada, some are in America, some are in Ghana, some are in Europe, Asia. People in governments, religious leaders, political leaders, diplomats. They have infiltrated all spheres of the human society. And they are doing this treacherously against us. We know. I continue. All nations are compassed. The nation put the people that are doing this evil put it there. Compass me about. But in the name of the Lord will I destroy them. Did you hear that? All nations are compassed me about. But in the name of the Lord will I destroy them. That is what we need to know and understand and to do. Putting your trust in God as against your trust in man. Don't do it. And know and understand that the betrayers have betrayed you already. Some are within your family, some are in the community, some are in the nation, some are at the banks. Ghana Commercial Bank. They are betrayed us as well. Don't trust them. Trust God, who is able to save us from this evil times. And it goes on to tell you that the reason why you should not trust them is that God knows that they are seeking to destroy you. And then God encourages you that in the name of the Lord, you will destroy them. Let's go on. They compass me about. Yea, they compass me about. But in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. How many times has God called on the United Nations for justice to be meted out in this issue? And the United Nations are paid blind eye that this undercover be worshipped and my family members be bribed to get me killed? Is that what you believe in? What we institute the United Nations for? Is that it? And you say we are stupid? And you want to do to my innocent children what Israel suffered? Changing the names of the Hebrews to let them forget who they are. These are my two tortured and abducted children. Watch them. Elizabeth Sarkodie and Grace Ohima Sarkodie. We are Mibusi and never called Jessica say yes, Sammy, my brother, we papa on any pa. Israel, I mean, Abutrena, when ya. But I believe in you as a family member. You believe in my destruction and the destruction of life in our family and the destruction of my innocent children. Is that what you believe? Change your mind. They changed the names of my children to hide, to wipe their identity as Africans, so that whoever watched this expose, the extremely dangerous US undercover agent, would conceal her evil, because diplomats, politicians, religious leaders have sat down, colluded with the most dangerous terrorists of the world. Don't tell me, man. Don't tell me Osama bin Laden. Yes, she terrorist. And they have changed the name of my children. Now, God is about to change the names of some living to dead men and dead women. I go on. Psalm 118. Yes, you see the African is sweating. My Lord Jesus sweated blood. I go on. Psalm 118, verse 11. They compass me about. Yea, they compass me about. But in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. Not. He says, say to yourself. God says, say to yourself that no matter what they are doing to you, let them put poverty on you. Let them defund you. Let them let them bribe your employees to turn against you. Let your employer turn against you. Let them do whatever. Let them buy the minds of your business partners. God says, in the name of the Lord, you will destroy them. Let's go on. Let them take the mind of your own wife, your own husband, your own beloved that you love, to seek to destroy you. In the name of the Lord, you shall possess your possession, and the destroyers shall be destroyed. Let's go on. They compass me about like bees. They are quenched as the fire of thorns. They compass me like bees. They compass me about like bees. They are quenched as the fire of thorns. For in the name of the Lord, I will destroy them. I've ended on the 12th verse. Psalm 118 verse 12. America and the nations of the world. No matter what Akufo and his government, Joe Biden and his administration were doing, have been doing since we arrived in Ghana. Ghana water company ECG, come on, we shall talk about all this right here. But God was working behind the scenes, and He has begun. We should not worry. God is in control, and He wants us to know and understand that the killers of the innocent shall be killed. The destroyers of the world shall be destroyed. The destroyers of Ghana shall be destroyed. For God is a just God. He gave them far too long a rope. Let you give your own people over to be killed, and we're taking money. Not to look at how look at the streets, the roads of Ghana. Look at the communities. And there's a government who have taken bribe money at the expense of the blood of their people, and have allowed the people of Ghana to be used for global experimentation, mark of the beast agenda, and all this. They couldn't use the money to turn Ghana into a paradise or make it like one of the states in the US. So they use the money to make a fool of you and Nigeria. We are asking them, humanity and the nations of the world, let's end here. This is to announce that we are back by the grace of God, and God will do what He has said He will do. Welcome to Ghana, and welcome to our program. Welcome to the exposés, testimony, new world. Hey, all people of the winner, Jesus loves you. You are Ghanaians, and Jesus, my Lord, loves you, and say, believe in your land and your people. All the people of Ghana, Jesus saying, believe in your land and your people. And all the people in the nation, believe in your land and your own people. Don't let the global terrorists, cowards, killers kill your people and use money to cover up the blood of the people. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. We shall continue next week and celebrate the birthday of Grace Ohima Sarkodie, who was born on the 14th of August. So Joe, now you understand why God was waiting. Well, you think that you were terrorizing us to silence us. You know what God on the 14th of August, God will bring us. So get ready. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. Doenya, bye-bye, we love you. Ghana, bye-bye, we love you. Africa, unite. We love you. Europe, Asia, Australia, we love you. All of the American continents, hey, we love you, hey. We salute. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. America, White House, we are now in Ghana. Bye-bye.